Today I'm releasing Quicker Themes 1.71. The only difference between this version and the previous version 1.62 is basically adding animations to our themes, to our websites. And also changing the default value of the contact form. Before it was turned off by default. Now by default it will be turned on. So in case you change themes and if you forget to go to the customizer and turn it on, you're not going to have problems on the front end. So if you're not using the contact form and you don't want to run the script of the contact form when you switch themes, make sure to remember to turn it off in the customizer. Even though the script it's very small and it really has almost zero impact as far as loading times go or your website performance go. The same goes with the animation scripts. Again, the animation scripts is two of them. One is a JavaScript, the WoW script, and that has to do with when the animations are going to get activated. It's on scroll, so I'll just scroll down. You're going to see the animations show up. And the second script, it's actually a CSS3 library. It's the animated library, and this is what dictates what type of animations you're going to have. For the beta, the two people that got the beta release last week, there are changes in how the scripts are loaded, especially the animated CSS script. In the beta release, I was tying the animations to the QTCSS plugin, so you would load up the script at any page that you wanted it to be loaded on. That has changed, and you don't have to use the QTCSS plugin anymore. The whole animation, both animation scripts are either loaded on the entire website or they're not. Controlled in the customizer, which I'm gonna show in a few seconds. The animated.css script, which I indicated previously, that is about 52 kilobytes in size. It's not contained into the themes, just like the font awesome is been now loaded through a CDN, so remotely. Therefore, having it run for the entire website, it has very minimal impact, if any at all. Again, I don't see a change in the loading times, and I see absolutely no change in the amount of RAM server resources that it's being used. So that's all good. So once again, really quickly, if you are happy with 1.62 and you don't need animations, the only change that there is in this version is the default behavior of the contact script, which before was turned off and now it's turned on by default. In many cases, this is a simple script. A lot of my customers, they didn't like, or they preferred not to dealing with a plugin. For some, it was too difficult to set the fields and and deal with it. They just wanted something to be there, ready to go. Or some people didn't like to have many plugins. It's as simple as that. So that's why I created the simple contact plugin. We have no say in the field names or anything else. It's just a simple 3 fields in there and something to verify that it's not a robot. All right, so as far as the animations go, the in the customizer, um, in just like in most of the options that I add, it's in the site identity, and you can turn on the animations on and off. So if you turn it off, there will be no animations. So basically, this is the same as version 1.62. And if you turn it on, of course, the scripts will be loaded, and we get the animation. All right, really quickly. The next thing that I added is a help screen to help you go in. So if you go to the general settings and theme help, which is the same place as you would go into the backside, under the appearance menu, you get help support. And once you go there and you go to the theme display options, you're gonna see the heading animations. And I've got a couple of examples here that you can use. Is wow flip or wow zoom in. These are basically CSS classes you can add to a row, whether you're using Qt builder or site origin or any other page builder that has in a row or in a cell a place that you can add your custom CSS settings, or you can add them in individual widgets. Okay, if you want to see the animations, what animations to you can use, I've got the animation cheat sheet over here from the animate.css file, and you can pick up the name. For example, the tada is this, so it would be wow space tada. All right, and that's how you would get the names. Again, the last thing I want to show you, when you go to widgets, if you want to set an animation on a widget, you would go to that widget's theme display options, and in the custom widget classes, you will put in your animation. And when it comes to the actual page content, if you're not using a page builder, you have to go to the text tab and manually create your div statements and put your custom classes in the div statements. Or if you're using a page builder like I am right now, the Qt builder, you would simply go to the settings and into the HTML class, you would put in your animation settings. Wow, in this case it's wow zoom in. And over here, as you know from previously, I have the WTC bottom, which basically at the bottom of this row will add 50 pixels of space. So there's a 50 pixels of space in between, and we have the animations. And basically that's it. So this was a simple, but I think pretty essential update to the Quicker Themes plugin. I think the animations, if not, if we don't overdo them, if done in moderation, it can add that extra professional touch to your websites. Let me know if you have any questions or you find any bugs. Thank you.